Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Thursday, the 17th of July, 2025. I hope you are keeping well. It's a very overcast morning here in Bangkok, Thailand. Cloud cover across the sky. It rained most of the night, keeping me awake most of the night as well. Weirdly enough, when you see a cloud-covered sky, Thai people will call this good weather. It just shows you our own interpretation of the word good. Of course, English people imagine good weather means a sunny day, but in Thailand, no, it means a day without sunshine. That's good weather. I always notice this when I watch weather forecasts from the UK, and they always talk about good weather, and I figure that's an adjective you probably shouldn't use. Never mind. Talking about the UK, the fear and hatred of trans people is continuing, and amongst some quarters, and a particularly bad thing has happened, I think. A lesbian who is very angry about trans women and hates them, of course, in the way that some people just have this irrational fear, hatred, took a police department to court because police officers marched in a pride festival in Newcastle. Now, a pride festival is a large grouping of people, right? You know, it doesn't, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't. There are different elements in a large group of people like that. Some people believe some things, some people believe other things. The one thing that unites them is that they are proud to show that they are part of the LGBT community, right? And that's it. And the fact that, that police officers were actually allowed to, march in their uniforms, it seems to me to be a positive thing. You know, when you consider the history and bias and prejudice and terrible maltreatment. I was mentioning the other day about Alan Turing, the way that he suffered and ended his life because of the terrible treatment of gay people at that time. There has been huge amounts of progress, but it's not enough for these haters. And so actually she took them to court, and the thing is that she actually won. The judge agreed that because the police were marching in uniform in a march that some called for, or rather that because the court case that was held, the High Court case that was held in the UK a while ago, and said that there is only two genders. It's trying to paraphrase it. There are only two genders or something like that. And, things have to be done in a different way, actually won the case. I hope that the police appeal this, because I think, or the group of people who marched anyway can appeal this, because I think it's a really bad judgment, and I think it's just based on this hatred. These people will not stop until trans people become invisible again, and I think that's a terrible thing, and they should learn from history as well about the horrific treatment that gay people have suffered in the past, and realize that even though the woman who brought this case is a lesbian, I think she should fear, because in future they won't stop. Other people won't stop like this. It will continue to move backwards in the way that it's going now, and gay people will be next after trans people. They're just next on the shopping list for these bigoted people. So anyway, I think that's a really bad decision, and I see it as a positive aspect that people are allowed to wear uniforms when marching, and it certainly does not mean that you support everything that's being said within a particular march or demonstration, right? Unless that is the particular theme about it. I mean, if you take part in an anti-Trump march, the only thing you believe in is anti-Trump. Some people will believe in, defunding the police. Some people would not believe in that. It's crazy. All right, let's get on with our game of Sudoku, shall we? This is the Guardian's hard-level Sudoku puzzle. First one up on a Thursday, sorry. First one up on a Thursday, second one up on a Friday. We got 5s blocking like this. This will give me a 5 in this square. We've got 5 going across here and down here, so 5 in one of those 2 squares, blocking across here, and a 5 down there. Gives me a 5 here, and we'll take the 5s to the bottom. Seven blocks across here and across there like that. There's a 7. I'm going to have a mouthful of coffee. I'll be careful to pick it up with a correct hand because I burnt my thumb yesterday. I made bread yesterday, and I picked up the bread tin, which was with a cloth, but the cloth actually wasn't covering it completely, and my thumb touched the bread tin straight out of the oven, just for less than a second. But oh boy, does it still sting! Even after a night's sleep. Anyway, 7's block up here. That's going to give me a 7 in this square here. Can we do this? No, not quite. We end up with 7s there or there. Okay, we've got 8 blocking down here, 8 blocking down here, 8 across there. Hello, 8. 3 blocking down here. There's a 3. 7 blocking across there. There's a 7. Last digit in is a 2. 1 across here gives us a 1 in that square. Two, 6, 8 missing here. 2 and 6 are together. That then will be our 8. 8 blocking to the top, and 8 across here. There's the 8. 2 blocks this square here, so in this column there's our 2, there's our 6, and we need a 6 to finish that column there. 6 blocks across there, there's our 6. What are we looking for here? 4 and can't find you. 4 and what? 9, 4 and 9 in those squares. Okay, so this is not 4 or 9. I'll just check down here if I can. Of course, 2, 7, 8. So we got the 8 across here. The 8. Oh no, that's not right. Sorry, not 2, 7 or 8. Sorry. 4 and 9. 2, 3 and 7. Sorry, 2, 3 and 7. Okay, so they're in different rows. Okay, I think we'll wander around in order, see if we can pick up any more. Five blocking down here. Is irrelevant. Here we go. 8 this way, 8 down there. There's an 8. 8 down here, across there, and across there. There's an 8. And that's finished. Oh yeah, 9 blocking up here, and 9 is in one of these empty squares blocking across, so that'll be our 9, and this will be our 4. Two blocks down to the bottom here, 2 across there, there's 2. Two up, 2 down, 2 across there, there's 2. Which puts 2s into those squares there. We've got 1 blocking this square, so in that row there's our 1. The missing number here is 4, I think. One blocking up there gives us a 1 in that square. The last number here is a 9. 9 blocking down here puts 9 into one of these 2 squares, so that can't be 9, and it also can't be 2, so those squares will be 2 and 9, and this will be 3. 3 blocks up here, 3 across here, and 3 in one of those 2 squares blocking across. That can't be 3. That is our 3, and the missing digit here is 7. 7 across there, there's our 7. The last number to go here is a 2. 2 blocking this square, and this square in this column, so there's our 2. Can we just go through now? 2, no. 3 blocking across here gives us a 3 in that square. 4, 5, 9 are missing here. 5 and 9 are together. That's a 4. And the last number to get down here is... no. 6. Oh, no. 9 blocks this square, 9 blocks this square, so in this column there is our 9, and then 9 blocks across here, across there. There goes our 9. Four blocks like this, so 4 has to be in one of these 2 squares here. 4 and 5 block across here, that puts 4 and 5 into those squares there. So this will be the, we've got 4 here by the way, this will be the 4 and this will be the 5. And the last number here is 1. 1 across here, 1 across there, it gives us 1 in that square, 1 to the top. gives us a 1 up there, and the last number to get down here is ta-da, 4, I think. Right, 1, 7 and 8 are finished. We should be able to get everything else pretty quickly. Like I was saying the other day, I don't think there's much difference between the hard level and the medium level puzzles in the Guardian's Sudoku canon. One of these is going to be an easy number, I know it. 4, there we go, 4. There's the 4, this will be a 3, and 3 blocks down here and across there, there's our 3. Last number to get there, what are you? Are you a 6? I think you are. 6 blocking up there, there goes a 6. And missing number here, 9. 9 blocking down there, there's a 9. You're a 2, 2 blocks down there, there's a 2. Last number in is a 5. Another straightforward game. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back later with some other Sudoku puzzles, I guess. Take care. Bye-bye.